Nolamore, which means unlovable in all senses except for my fiance. And this is Journey Through Miro, and I am here with my boys. Say hello, boys.
Yo.
Hello, boys.
What's up?
And now they are going to introduce themselves, starting with my fiance.
Hi, I'm Steven the Stool on TikTok, Lone Jedi 100 on YouTube, and here in real life, I think. I will be playing the role of Yep Yep Motel.
How about you go next, Dan?
I don't know. Seems awfully out of place for me not to be dead last. But all right, I am at Dale Jitsu on
I'll try to be
TikTok,
nice.
Twitter, and Instagram in that order. I play the role of Isaiah Yeager, Magus extraordinaire, and the most intelligent member of the party by orders of magnitude. My character's
That's just-
also smart too.
That's just because you have a high intelligence stat. Hello there. My name is the Black Doctor, also known as Batman. You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram under Black Doctor 21 or the Black Doctor. And here I play Balgroth the Dark, Paladin of Vengeance. Tries to be an absolute edgelord, and half of the time is, but also technically the dad of the group.
Yeah.
Single father right there. Gotta love him.
I just want to make sure, because it looks like my headphones are acting up. Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you fine.
Yep.
It was quiet at first.
Well, they're dumb headphones. I need new ones. Anyway, who wants to give me the recap of last episode?
Most of it was well, of course we're still on our travels. We came across, I think it was a bit weird finding a bit of land where there were glowing mushrooms, which was really, really interesting. Balgroth picked some up, but there wasn't necessarily of any extreme value to them yet. We of course talked with our skeleton friend for a little bit, and then we came across an abandoned camp. Well, scratch that, not necessarily abandoned, ravaged by a chimera. We killed it and found this. I think it was a half elf. Was it?
It was a drow.
Yep.
Yeah, drow. There we go. I keep have to connect that connection to a share. Yeah, we found a drow who possibly might have a connection to the adventuring party that basically created Yip Yap's backstory. We don't know how or whether or not that's actually true, but it might lead to that, so it's going to be fun.
Never know.
Nice. Inspiration for both Jeremiah and Stephen, because you knew it was a drow.
Her name is Esteval.
I know a drow when I see one. Kind of hard to miss. Oh, I already have a point of inspiration.
Oh, well.
You get two.
Dale, do you have anything to add to the recap?
Let's see. Her legs were hurt because she was bitten by a snake because she was run out of Nihilith by the Limriuses. Quite bigoted group of people. That's why I can't stand them.
They are a bit bird brand.
Yes.
Squawk.
All right, you can get inspiration for that. So, we continue going through the countryside of Glenfill with all of that stuff with Colebrook and Ken Cardine far behind you now. And ahead of you, do you guys remember the name of your destination?
We're going to Miro.
Good. Yes.
Who wouldn't remember that by now?
We're going to...
Just imagine it's Smarkwood. I don't know.
I mean,
Ray.
hey, I have a precedent to have no clue because Yip Yap's not going to understand a word that long.
Mural is a long word.
It sounds like it would be a lot
It's
of letters.
5 letters.
It's 2 syllables.
I was picturing 7.
Miriale.
I might be part French, but I don't spell like them.
Yip Yap can't even count to 7.
She can't count.
So yes,
See, that's almost 7.
you all are on your way to the country of Miro. It's a developing country, like all countries around here. Hello. That is not how it's spelled.
I
appreciate the attempt.
I don't know. I was guessing to show.
That's not how it's spelled. Jeremiah, do you want to try? This is entertaining to me.
I don't. Everybody's taking all the good spellings.
What if I just said it's just mural? It's not, but
What if it's all of these spellings? It's a regional thing.
an H?
Yes.
Wait, do we have to put in like umlauts or something here?
No, it's just basic letters. Y'all aren't gonna get anything if you spell it right. None of you have spelled it right yet. How have you not spelled it right yet? Do you want to know how it's spelled? That's kind of close.
Oh, I forgot the I.
You said it's 5 letters?
Yes.
I think we've used like all 5-letter
All of
combinations that aren't like insane.
Do you want me to just spell it?
Sure, how do you spell it?
Wow.
There's nothing
Really?
difficult about that.
That's
There's
no.
nothing difficult about that.
Miro?
Madam, that's pronounced Merle.
Yeah. No,
Freaking
you can't
Merle.
say it Murel if it's merely.
Listen. I grew up next to Myrtle Beach. Do you know how Myrtle is spelled? It is exactly the same kind of annoyance that this is spelled.
And this is why I don't go to Myrtle Beach. I do it for I do it for conviction reasons. The spelling makes me mad.
It's true.
Can your world's version of Six Flags be called 5 letters?
Amusement parks haven't been invented yet, but I'll keep
Yip
it in
Yap.
mind.
Seems free real estate.
If you discover engineering, sure.
We've come to warn We've come to warn you about your cabin's extended warranty.
Anyways.
Mhm.
Sorry.
So,
You do it by carrier pigeon.
the Timberwolves continue on their way, being led by this. Well, they just seem to kind of know where they're going. That's the basic assumption all of you have figured out at this point. Even if Balgroth insists on sitting on the driver's bench most of the time, he's not really doing anything. He's kind of just keeping watch.
I want to feel like I'm in control.
His excuse is he's keeping watch. And your new companion, do you guys remember her name?
It's Esteval. Esteval.
Yala?
Technically correct, but Estelle is her first name.
Is Estelle Val like a full name?
Estelle is her first name, Val is her last name.
Oh, I see.
So yes, Estelle is still kind of curled up in the corner of the wagon on the kind of same bench that Yip Yap is sitting on, but she's kind of trying to keep enough space between them, just to have space. Okay.
Yip Yap is just playing with Fossil.
So yes, the Timberwolves continue along the path, and the grass around you, the big plains that you've been used to this entire time you've been traveling, they start to become spotted with patches of sand and kind of drier grass as the smell of the sea breaches your senses and the sound of like water-faring birds cry out far ahead of you.
Oh, I smell food.
You smell the sea.
What was that voice?
There it is. So, Volgroth, you notice, since you're outside of the wagon currently, ahead of the path, not obstructing it, just merely acting as a sort of... What is the word? What? It's like what a toll booth is, but not exactly a toll booth. Like a marker or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You see an archway that reaches out across the path, and it's a good bit ahead of you still. Like, you can just now see it on the path and make out that it is an archway, and its construction is not something you are used to seeing. It is not constructed of just bricks or wood or anything like that. It's constructed out of clay and what you can assume by how they look and what you have seen briefly of, seashells. Maybe some bone, but it's hard to tell. And
I begin to squint as it gets closer into view.
and it gets closer. It's a good, I'd say it's about 10 feet above the ground with its sides on either side of the main path. And in front of it, a little bit, to its right, sits a large sign made out of a very loose kind of stringy wood that Balgroth doesn't know the origin of. And written on it in very big letters in a very fanciful kind of writing style, but in common, it reads, "Welcome to New Cresthill. So nice they made it twice." And then below that, it says kind of the same sentiment in different languages.
Well, hey guys, we entered into a new land, and it's apparently so nice you got to say it twice.
All right, good.
I don't like repeating myself though.
So yes. As the wagon kind of ambles past it, nothing happens. It passes perfectly under it just fine. You can tell that even if you're not used to this construction style, that's making me sound weird. Even if you're not used to this construction style of clay and shell, you can tell that it is very sturdy for what it is, and it has probably been there for a good amount of time. It looks very weathered and kind of, there are, chips in it and pieces broken off, but the structure of it remains sound. And once you are past it, you don't really see this because you're sitting kind of looking ahead. But after the wagon has completely passed through it, Isaiah and Yip Yap, can you roll a perception? And I'll have Astal also do a perception because she's on the back.
Can I just give Fossil the help action and have him look with advantage?
Sure. If it can load. I don't think these...
Hello, my friend.
That's good.
Those are not rookie numbers.
Do I see it?
Yes. All of you see it, including Astal. Behind the wagon, kind of turning out from the side of the arch to lean against it, you see a Limrius who kind of tips his hat, and he has kind of dull blue feathers for hair and on his arms. And he starts kind of like waving his hat at you to try and get your attention.
Yes.
Well, you're kind of a bit far away to hear him.
Oh, wait. Yep. Sees this too.
Are we approaching him or leaving?
You're currently moving away from the archway where he is standing.
All right.
Yep.
You hold the cart.
Or,
Yep can do something.
what are you going to do?
Yep. Let's see. Is the cantrip different? The cantrip is different. Okay, Yip pulls out a small little piece of copper wire and whispers into it, and it goes into the Limerius's mind. And he goes, "Hello, fellows! We are here to find Miro. Mir place thing. Yeah! Seafaring town. And you help us?"
They can answer back, right?
Yes.
So, Yip, you hear in your head, in response, I work with Mr. Blink. If you could stop the wagon, that would be helpful.
Oh, an associate of Blink is... Or what's an associate? The Blink friend here. Mr. Old Man Blink with the dog. The inside-out eating dog.
You're saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Just want to double check.
I'm still. I mean, the cart's still going. I haven't stopped it yet.
Yeah, you guys haven't.
I said to stop.
I said to stop.
Okay, I didn't hear any of you. If you could yell a little louder, I could have did it already. And he pulls the reins to try to stop the the cart.
Back.
The Timberwolf stop very easily, and the Limerius kind of catches up, and he leans into the back of the wagon to smile at Isaiah and Yip in the stall. A stall who kind of moves away from him a little bit, but he doesn't really pay much mind. And he looks
around to look at him.
Yes, and he kind of just smiles at all of you. He looks like a kind of young man. He's not weathered in the same way that a lot of the Limerius in Kincardine looked like. And he kind of smiles and he's like, yeah, I work with Mr. Blink, and I was told to look out for a wagon passing through. Do you guys have cargo from him or something?
How do we know that you're actually with Mr. Blink?
Oh, and he kind of reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a letter that has Old Man Blink's signature on it, which is the same kind of signature that's on the side of the crates.
Are we supposed to deliver these things to you?
No. I'm supposed to tell you who in the city you're taking these to, because it has to be a specific person. You can't just give it straight to the prince, or there's going to be trouble. We have to do a lot of workarounds because it's a mess right now in Belmar.
Very well. Then who do we give it to?
On with it. I'm getting impatient.
Wait, sorry. So, I don't know the guy's name, but you're looking for a Cyclops. That's what I was told to tell you. You're looking for a Cyclops. And you're supposed to give the package to him, and I guess he'll give you the rest of your reward, the gold.
Sounds reasonable. Do you know where the Cyclops would be found?
Well, no. But, I mean, he can't be hard to miss. He's a Cyclops. Are those guys kind of big?
What's his name?
I don't know. I wasn't really told much because I'm just kind of a scout. They don't really tell me much. They give me a very straightforward message that I'm supposed to deliver, and then I'm supposed to leave. So I
suppose we can keep an eye out for him.
Okay, cool. Good luck. Oh, and be careful in Belmar. like I said, there's a lot going on, and there's dogs sniffing all over the place. So be careful if you got any illegal stuff on you, you know.
I knew a kobold once that kind of looked like a dog. He was an old fella.
Okay. And he kind of like stretches his arms out into wings and starts flying off.
Ooh. Hey, Balgroth, what's a cyclops?
He's got one eye.
Oh, where did he lose it?
No, he's always had only one eye.
Oh, birth defects. That's a shame.
Well, are Cyclops birth defects from humans? Are half-orcs birth defects? I don't think so.
It's mostly just a race thing. You hear a stall kind of speak up. That's just how they're born. I wouldn't call it a defect if it's been that way for generations.
Agreed.
Yes.
What was that
You
about,
got
by
a
the way?
Nothing that concerns you.
Okay.
I think you'll be fine. It's just private business.
Yeah.
How much of that did she hear?
Kind of the whole conversation, because she's sitting right there.
Drat.
I mean, I won't ask questions. I'm just curious if it's something dangerous I should know about.
No, it's nothing dangerous. It's, well, essentially, you know how young people are. They don't want their parents to find out about them stepping out at night. That's all it is.
Right.
Well, that makes it sound like we're smuggling drugs. We're not smuggling drugs.
Why would you? Never mind.
Okay.
He starts the timber. Balgroth starts the timber wolves up again, shaking his head. If this guy gets us in trouble, I'm throwing him.
That's a woman. Or are you talking about Yip Yip?
So yes, you continue on your way after that brief interaction with the young Limrius, and you find your way passing through what you assume to be New Cresthill, or at least a part of it, because the path that you're currently on leads into an area that is populated, but beyond, like, to the east of the path are many, many more buildings and farmland and things like that. What you seem to be passing through could be described as like the outer edge of New Cresthill.
All right.
Do we see anything important?
So yes, while you're kind of riding past and the Timberwolves continue on your way, I can actually change the map. Just so you guys can see the town I made.
I feel like one of Yip Yip's default songs is that one from SpongeBob. The do 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 do.
I also made a token for a stall, and I'm very proud of it. Yes. So, this is New Cresthill.
Oh.
And as you travel along the path, you notice the buildings that are around you are very well kept. They are clean, and they all have like this elegant touch to them. Along the path, you notice specifically a tavern that seems a lot more fanciful than average taverns typically are. And there's smoke wafting up from the chimney on the top of it. With you can hear like some kind of classical piano music coming from inside. And above the door, kind of hanging by silver chains, is a hand-carved sign, which is also kind of embellished with more silver. And it reads, "The Staggering Lamb." And past the tavern, more towards, like, off the path, you see just a kind of, I don't know what's wrong with my head today. I'm trying to find the right words. You find a handful of other like smaller buildings which seem to just be a few shops and things with their own signs that mostly just state what they are rather than a certain name or anything. So you see a chandler shop, you see a mason, and you more smell than see a kind of shop for dried meats.
Mm. That sounds yummy. Well, so this is okay. So this area is New Cresthill, right?
Yes.
And this is not Miro.
You are in the country that is Miro.
Okay. So Miro's a country. New Cresthill is a city or township or whatever within it where we're supposed to deliver this stuff.
You're supposed to deliver it to the capital of Miro.
Okay. Oh, so there's nothing about this place that like necessarily mean. So this is not where we're supposed to drop it off.
No. You're
Gotcha.
just passing through because this is where the path goes through.
Right. Now that makes sense. I was very confused for a second. Okay.
It's all right. I think I kind of explained it weird.
No,
I
no.
just
I'm
kept
done.
saying Miro rather than the actual city you're going to.
Well, do we want to rest here for the night or keep going?
Well, it's only kind of afternoon right now.
Do they have a tavern?
We could probably go and stock up on supplies.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you guys agree to just kind of stop here for a bit?
Sure.
Sure.
The Timberwolves kind of pull the wagon off to the side up here, and a stall doesn't really seem too keen on leaving the wagon, so she just kind of like puts her hood up over her head and just kind of says, "I'll just wait here and watch the wagon while you three go gather supplies."
That sounds great. No one can steal it then.
So yeah, next to the shops that are kind of, so this is the tavern, and these three smaller buildings are the shops I mentioned. Outside of the shops, kind of standing in the center of the three of them, you see what you could presume to be the owners based on their kind of attire. Like one of them is wearing an apron, another one is kind of dressed kind of nicely, and the other one is has like gloves on, and they're just kind of talking to each other. One of them has a cigar that they're kind of puffing. So yeah, and as you go like closer to other buildings, I'll describe what they are.
Balgroth goes to the three shopkeepers and he introduces himself and then asks, "Well, it seems you three are running shops. What do you guys sell?"
The one with the cigar kind of looks up and he says, "Well, I'm a chandler, which means that I sell like seafaring equipment. If you have a boat, I can help supply it. Do you have a boat?"
"No, and now I'm bored." He turns to another person. "What about you?"
The one with the gloves is kind of rubbing her hands together absentmindedly the entire time. Well, I'm a stonemason, and I just make carvings, sort of intricate little gifts for people, nothing too extravagant. Are you looking for anything?
Got anything for those who believe in the Tellurian?
Oh, I have plenty of idols if you want one. They kind of range between handheld to lawn ornaments, if you want to hang it in your window. You would have to specify which form of the Tellurian you'd want.
His eyebrow raises. "Explain."
Well, the Tellurian appears differently to many people, and over the course of, well, the history books that we have, there are different descriptions of what we know as the Tellurian. Me personally, I don't worship the Tellurian, but I kind of respect that pantheon, you know. I have always looked at the Tellurian as a sort of rabbit-like beast.
Bruh. She just said your god's a cute little bunny wummy.
Little biography.
Ignoring that,
Give in to your anger.
let it consume you. You got a badger?
Oh yes, badger is very common. I have a couple actually in the store. I'm on my break, but you can go in and peruse if you'd like.
Sure. He walks around her and goes into the shop.
Okay, before we get to that, Isaiah, what are you up to?
Let's see. So I'm going to try to find this meat store.
So yeah, the meat store is also kind of in these 3 bundles of stores where Balgroth is.
All right. What do they have?
As you walk up to the store, the man with the cigar kind of looks over at you and then nudges the well-dressed man. No. Sorry, I got that mixed up. Nudges the guy in the apron. And he kind of walks over. Hi, you travelers?
We are, yes. And I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be a seller of dried meats.
Yeah. Got all kinds of stuff that I, turn into jerky.
Oh, what sorts of creatures do you have?
Well, mostly right now, just due to the hunting season, I have some deer, some venison, which is kind of common around here, but it doesn't taste very good, I'll be completely honest with you, sir. I have some bear, fish, and I believe I still have a stock left of rabbit.
Out of curiosity, do you butcher yourself or no?
Sometimes I do. I'm not a big fan of hunting parties, though, because the people who do go hunting around here are very serious about it, and it freaks me out a little bit. But I do carve and cut the meats myself when the animals are delivered.
I would love to buy some bear meat. And also, do you have any of the either bones themselves or even bone-in meat available from bears?
That is an odd request, but I do have bones. I kind of just throw them into a barrel, and then I get rid of them at the end of the week. I think there's some in there. I don't know if they're specifically bear or not. I guess the bigger ones would be bear, but it would be hard to tell between bear and venison.
Of course. Could I possibly, in addition to buying some actual meat, take some bones off your hands? Save you the work?
Well, I mean, you could take the bones. Well, as long as you don't take more than 5 bones, they're free. As for the meat, you said you wanted bear meat?
Yes, please.
That range is a bit high, but you seem like a well-dressed man. For a half pound of bear meat, that's about 10 gold.
It does range quite high. And are these all cured meats, or is it a mix?
They're all cured.
Okay. I would like to buy a pound and a half, please.
All right, so that'll be 15. Or a pound and a half.
30.
Yes. I'm not a big numbers man myself.
It's all right. I wouldn't try to cheat you.
Associate on it.
He kind of, as you count out the money, he grabs kind of stacks of cut meat and ties them up in like some newspaper, like parchment. And then he kind of like gestures. The barrel where I put the bones is around the side of the building.
Thank you. And I'd like to go back and just find like 5 larger bones, like humeruses or tibias, like fibia, something like that.
Yeah,
Shanks.
you're able to find. You can't tell which creatures they come from, but you're able to find 5 full-size bones.
Yeah. Excellent. All right.
With that, yep. What are you up to?
I'm trying to find a tavern.
So the tavern that I mentioned is this building up here.
On the way over, would I see the mason shop with its trinkets?
Yes, you would pass it, and they have a window in the back. You can probably see Balgroth inside of it too.
Is there an idol of the Tellurian? Or not Tellurian, of the My God?
Yeah, there are a couple dragons actually.
Your god.
I'd like an idol of my god. Which one's yours? My god.
Mine, God made me in his image.
The one true god. Ah.
He made me in his own image.
Okay, so yeah. Do you want to go
like
into
an image of my god? What's your god? Me.
Oof, Mormonism. Yeah. Yip remembers his plushies, which Fossil is probably snuggling with in the back right now, keeping our drow friend entertained and accompanied. Yip's gonna just continue on to the tavern.
Okay. So as you go up to the tavern, you hear that kind of classical piano music. And inside, it doesn't really look like a normal tavern, at least one that Yip has seen so far. All of the tables have like linen cloth and candles on them. There's a very nice piano in the corner that a elf or half elf is playing right now quite well. And there's not really there is a bar, but it has a lot of drinks and things on display on different shelves around it. And a lot of people sitting there have little cocktail glasses with little olives in them.
Yip kind of pads in.
As you walk in, someone puts their hand on your head and like turns you around to walk back out.
Huh?
Are you on the list? And as you look up, you see a very tall, gray-skinned man holding like a scroll and a feather, just kind of staring down the bridge of his nose at you.
The list. Yeah, I'm on the list. And Yip casts Charm Person, which is wild magic.
So can you, what is it, a D100?
Yip's eyes kind of technicolor over like Ka from the Jungle Book.
Trust in me.
Trust me.
What's the spells?
Oh yeah, that would be a Wisdom save DC 9.
Oh, he passes.
Oh, dang.
And he just kind of looks down at you.
Well,
What?
oh wait, actually, my sorcerer spells are based on charisma.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That would actually be plus. 13's a +1, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. Roll20 does not have a good system for multi-class magic users.
I might have miscalculated, and darn, am I good at...
You can tell it what stat to pull from.
What is the spell save base?
8 plus proficiency plus stat.
Plus proficiency, so +3. So 8 plus 3, 1, 2, 3, 11. 13 is a +1?
Yeah.
So it's actually a DC 12.
Okay, so in that case, he doesn't pass, but you have to roll a D100 for the wild magic. So the man kind of like his eyes kind of match the hypnotic spirals that Yip Yap is giving. 58. Why does this list only have half of it? I don't.
Is deficient.
Um.
Oh, I can't edit this at all.
So his eyes kind of spiral. Before I tell you what the wild magic is, what do you say to allow yourself in? That you're just on the list?
Yeah.
Okay. So he kind of like slowly nods as he steps to the side. God. And as you walk in, the wild magic that you obtained is, for the next minute, any object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature becomes coated in slimy goo. So have fun with that.
I don't think my brain registered that right. Repeat that?
For the next minute, anything Yip Yap touches will become covered in slime, basically.
So I grab
I did
on
register
to
that
the.
right.
How are these bar stools designed?
They're like made out of wood and they have a nice red cushion on top of them.
They got like 4 legs.
No, it's a one leg stand.
Oh, okay. Yip Yap just gonna grab onto it and try to pull himself up.
Make an athletics check. Because you have to see if you can get past this. Your hand slips, but you manage to kind of scramble up, and now the entire seat is covered in slime.
Oh, it's a girl.
Yeah. We'll cut back to Balcroft really quick. Inside of the masonry, looking at inside, there is a lot of little stone figurines of different kinds of stone. There's like granite and dustite. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Tylurian. What are you talking about?
I've never heard of this metal before.
Yes, there are. It's not really organized in any kind of way other than just like by what the creatures are, but you're able to find some badger-looking ones and things like that of different sizes.
What colors are they?
They range from kind of a normal gray or white to kind of soft greens and blues.
I take a blue one.
How big? They range from palm-sized to something you would need both arms to carry.
I have big hands.
So palm-sized one?
Yeah, probably about palm-sized.
As soon as you choose one, the mason comes back in, and she kind of looks at what you grabbed. Is that going to be it?
Yeah.
That will be 15 gold.
I'm checking my bank account right now.
Oh
yeah. He takes 15 gold out in a brown satchel and tosses it to her.
Thanks. So yeah. You have a little, I don't know.
He sort of attaches it. He reaches back and attaches it to his shoulder with one of the straps in his armor until he can find a good place to put it. And he just, without saying a word, just walks out the door.
Okay. Isaiah, what are you doing now?
I'm gonna take the wrapped up meat and bones back to the cart and store them, and then I'm just gonna. And well, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Estelle for a second. Um, Estelle, why are you going to Miro?
Um, well, I just needed to get away, I guess.
But any reason you're going to Miro in particular, specifically?
Well, through Miro, there's a caravan that travels through Sione, and I'm trying to get to Setia, which is on the other side.
I see. Well, I hope your travels go well.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go and just see what else is in the town, wander around somewhat aimlessly.
All right. Do you go by the tavern, or are you just walking in that direction?
Yeah, I'm just walking around, seeing what's up.
As you walk by here, oh, there it is. You can tell that that is kind of like a hostel, like a small apartment complex. And there's a lot of talking coming from inside of it. It's not very big. And you can see through the windows that the kind of lobby is filled up with people, just kind of talking to each other.
Interesting.
And as you
I'll
walk
just sort of-
past,
Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
no, it's okay.
No, you first.
I was just gonna say, as you walk past this building, it just looks like a kind of rundown warehouse with rotted holes in its roof and wooden boards over the windows.
I'll go inside.
The warehouse?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Roll
And nothing could go wrong.
investigation to see if you can get inside.
All right. Investigation.
Yeah, you're able to find a kind of something that someone has kind of knocked in, like a hole in the wall that people have crawled through.
Interesting.
And when you are inside, there's really nothing in there. There's some large but empty crates, a couple barrels that smell of rotten seafood, and just like iron chains and hooks that dangle from rafters above you.
Ooh. Do I sense that someone's been here in the last year or so, or no?
Roll investigation again. Investigation or insert. You can tell that people you can tell by the burnt out cigars on the floor and the smell of alcohol and the fact that everything isn't really as dusty as it probably should be, that people come and go from here a little bit.
Yeah. If I detect magic, do I see anything?
Nope.
All right, then I'd like to are these hooks at foot level, or how high are they?
You would have to for the lowest ones, you would probably have to try and jump up and grab one.
Then I'm not going to try to do this, even though it'll be fun. All right, then I will exit the warehouse, and I'll just keep making my rounds.
Okay. Yep. What are you doing? At the bar on your slimy. What are you doing? Oh, you're muted.
I'm at the bar waiting for the bartender to acknowledge me, is what I said a moment ago.
So the bartender is a human, and they're kind of they seem kind of dissociated, but they are kind of looking up and down the bar, and they see you, and they kind of pause for a second and slowly make their way over to you. Hello, sir. Are you okay? You look sick.
That's a long conversation. I just want a drink.
He kind of like looks down at you and looks over at the doorman, who still seems kind of under the effects of your charm spell. He looks back to you. Are you sure you're allowed in here?
Mm-hmm.
Shake.
What's the name of this establishment?
Listen, I have a massive hangover. I can barely remember my first name. What I want is your help to keep it going.
Sir, this isn't really that kind of tavern. You have to be of a certain status to come in here, and if you snuck in here, I will have to alert the guards. This is a private clubhouse.
Ah.
I don't want to make a scene any more than you do, so I will give you the opportunity to just leave. But if you make this difficult, I will have to alert the guards.
What's that?
Roll a persuasion. I want to see what happens.
Wait,
He
no,
just kinda-
inspiration. Use my
Oh,
inspiration.
He said, what?
Yip Yap tries to leap off the stool, but he slips on the slick and slams on the floor, touching it, goopifying the floor as he tries to claw his way swimming out the door.
Everyone in the dining room looks over at the lizard that is clamoring out, leaving a trail of slime behind him. And the door is just kind of shut behind you after you fall out and down the stairs into the path.
Yip Yap runs back to to Ball. Does he see anyone?
You would probably notice Balgroth exiting the masonry.
As Yip Yap's running to Balgroth, he's like, "Oh, this is dick!" And as he goes, "Bah!" He casts Prestidigitation and flicks away the goop from his torso, and he runs up and he latches onto Balgroth's leg. I made a mistake.
It doesn't affect anything you're wearing.
But I fell in it, so I'd imagine it got on there.
Well, you just cast Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's not there anymore. I fixed it.
Anyway?
What?
Does it affect me in any way, or has it been a minute?
I don't know.
I'd say it's been a minute.
It doesn't affect things that are being worn by people.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I'll say
So I can slap you all I want, and you're not gonna get gooped.
I would say it's been a minute.
I was about to say, you better not slap me.
Anyway, yes.
Or else I'll
Balgroth.
pull that unarmed strike again.
Balgroth, the lizard has attached itself to your leg. What do you do?
Yip Yap. What did you do now?
I thought it was stupid that a bar wouldn't let me in, so I lied with magic, and I almost got arrested, and everything turned to goop. I touched the chair and it turned to goop. I fell on the floor and it turned to goop.
Nothing is ever normal with you, Yip Yap, is it? Oh, great Tylorian, why did you drop me with this, Annie? Okay, here, Yip Yap. How about you just stay with me so you won't get into any more trouble and we won't get arrested? You know, I don't want to be in this town because I have vengeance that needs to be taken care of. But in order to get it, we need to make sure that we get in and out of this country in one piece. And we don't need the police on us. You understand?
Okay.
So here, you stay with me, and we'll go find Isaiah. And maybe once we get done, we can get out of this place so that you won't get us into any more trouble.
I just wanted a drink.
We have here. Wasn't there another place where we could like grab supplies, like beer and such?
The only stores in this area are the three that Balgroth, you were kind of in the middle of: the Chandler, the Masonry, and the dried meats store.
Right, so they wouldn't necessarily sell any alcohol.
No.
Here, we still have some of that barrel left in the cart. So we'll save your liver for like 5 minutes. As we go, you can get some more after we find Isaiah, all right?
I thought, it's like you can have the same food all the time, or you can go like eat out and get different food from like a McGoblin's or something.
I have no idea what that is, but that's still not a very good idea. I don't think that's ever been a very good idea.
No, they're really bad cooks. Their fries are actually fingers.
Okay, so Isaiah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that since they're looking for you, Balgroth and Yip Yap, you find Isaiah over here. As he gets to this building that looks to be like it's kind of run down. It's like the warehouse. It's a very odd site in what is otherwise a very well put together area. And it seems like it was once used as a shrine of sorts.
Interesting. Is there anything like at this shrine area?
The door is kind of like kicked in, and if you look inside, you can see like the basic. At the end, there's an aisle with some seats on either side, and at the very end of the aisle is a kind of long pedestal that has been stained for a very, very long time with something that could not be pertained by now.
Something that could not be retained by now?
Yeah, you can't tell what it is now.
Oh, okay. What color is it?
By now it has just kind of become like a black splotch.
I see. Okay. Interesting. To shreds, you say? Huh. If I do detect magic, do I notice anything?
You could sense very, very old flickers of, what is it? Enchantment magic was used here, but not for a very long time.
Well, I guess then I'll, if there's nothing of note about it, I think I'll just chill at the beach for a little while.
You would have to find a way down the cliffside.
Oh, I see. How steep is this?
It's about a 20-foot drop.
Can I try to climb down?
Do you know how to rock climb?
Of course, I was a child once.
Do you really want to climb down? Okay. If you want to
Yeah.
climb down, you can roll in athletics. And I'll say that
Excellent.
Bogroth and Yip Yap find you trying to climb down.
Dead? What? No, athletics.
Is it Jaeger? What are you doing on my falafel?
Ah!
Do I see him?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can do something point action. We check one of these spells because it actually worked last time. No, that's a weapon attack.
Hey.
I know.
Oop, that's not good.
Gotta use /R first.
There we go.
There we go.
Dark Rush?
It's not necessarily a save, though. I could. If I here question plan of attack.
Okay.
If I summoned a steed, would he be able to land on it and be safe?
I could reduce the fall damage.
I have an idea that might play into
Yeah, that works.
So the human head weighs about 10 pounds, question mark, correct?
Oh, no. No, don't do what you're thinking of doing.
Mage hand
No!
can
The
hold
rest
an
of his
object up to
body
10
weighs
pounds.
more than that.
What I'm thinking is Yip Yap tries, and it goes to a point and then it fails. And maybe that can set it up for him landing on the horse.
So what, you use the mage hand for like a brief reprieve of his fall?
A brief attempt to grab him by the head, and then it maybe rights him a little, and he like falls cartoonishly correctly onto the horse.
I'm not going to get very hurt by this fall, guys. Like, I'm like sliding down a hill somewhat gracefully.
I mean, at most you're taking 3 damage, but if they can find a way to genuinely try and negate that, I'm very interested to hear it.
That's what I was saying, just a brief break and correction in a horse. Well, he thought of the horse. I thought of just trying something.
How about we'll do this? If you guys really want to think of a plan of attack to save Isaiah 3 points of health, we can take our break now while you guys talk about it. Do you want to do that?
I don't have anything more to discuss. That's my plan.
Fine, I guess. And plus, it gives me the chance to show off my new warhorse.
Okay, so yeah. You guys do your little plan. Your lands.
The spectral beer hand suddenly comes around you for just a brief second.
And literally out from a darkish black and green portal comes a ghostly warhorse, landing appearing right under Isaiah.
Cool, you saved him 3 points of health. We're still gonna go on break though.
I also snapped my fingers, causing the warhorse to buck and drop him.
Okay.
Have y'all seen the new D&D movie?
Bits and pieces.
It's good. I was pleasantly. We watched both of them when I was visiting Null, because we want to review them for stuff we're working on. I was pleasantly surprised that both of them were actually very decent movies. The graphics and biases, undertones were a little poorly aged in the original.
Right.
But other than that, it was actually really, really decent.
Now, did you watch the original D&D show?
No, we watched the movie.
Ooh.
That's the live action one with like the black dude. Yeah.
Do you
Yes.
know how little that narrows it down?
The sidekick, yeah.
Yes. Trying to decide if I want ice cream tonight, and I think I'm gonna not do it.
Live a little.
I bought some chicken like patties to make like at-home Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and I realized I bought spicy ones instead of regular. I'm
Mid.
kind of disappointed, but they were okay.
I don't like spicy ones.
Oh, also, I help teach adult Sunday school at my church, and we're doing a series on marriage right now, and I'm the only single guy in the rotation. And through some absolute conniving on the part of others, I am going to be the one in like 4 weeks talking about sex.
Well, technically, you're not single. You have a girlfriend, don't you?
No.
Wait, what happened?
What are you talking? Well, I don't know. Maybe we didn't talk about it. I don't know. Which one are we talking about here?
I thought you had a girlfriend because, like, you guys went to the cosplay thing together.
Oh yeah, no. Basically, I don't care for lives. Basically, there was basically a guy who was in his like late 40s that she had previously had sex with, and she wanted to keep hanging out with the guy, and among other issues of that nature. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna head out.
Oh my!
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, you know.
No, that's
Reasonable.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So yeah. So now, yeah, got
What
more
did
time
you
to.
use? Single Pringle.
Yes, exactly. So now I get to talk about what the Bible says about sex. I
Just talk
guide
about.
others. I guide others to a treasure I cannot possess.
How old are you? Question mark.
Too
Why did I say
old to
question
be
mark?
unmarried. Yeah, right.
Too old to not be married.
Hey,
Bro.
hey. According to Paul, you can't be too old to be unmarried.
Paul, what? Who?
Paul Washer?
No, well, I'm 28 though, so I'm basically infertile at this point.
Dang.
Yes, that's how that works.
Ugh. Yeah. But I figure like the nice thing is because it's Sunday school, I literally just say what the Bible says in the subject and don't have to rely on personal experience. So I'm going to be relying pretty heavily on the slow jam of Solomon.
Just talk about the Eucharist the whole time.
I don't know if I want to hear this connection.
Is that context? What?
Well, yeah. I mean, like considering the term used as participation, koinonia, is the very term used in relation to a relationship between a man and his wife. So technically, as baptism is to marriage, the Eucharist is to consummation of a marriage. And
Yeah, I didn't care about that one, my guy.
hey, I wanted if you don't want to specifically focus on it, there's something else that you could do.
No, I want to specifically focus on it. I didn't say I was unhappy about this, but
I'm not happy about this. I'll talk about it. I just can't get it.
Get it. Good grief.
That's a shame. That's the way it is for a lot of us. There's a lot of people. Well, people come to us for advice about relationships, and then most of the time we ain't got any.
Aren't you engaged and getting married in like 10 years, Jeremiah?
I'm 10 years.
Yeah, you don't want to have it too close to when me and Noel get married.
I was about to say 10 years. Good guy.
That he is.
Yes, he is.
Are you guys good if we end the break now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah. You just kind of find an empty shrine, and then you fall down a cliff onto a ghost horse.
Which then immediately kicks him off.
I take 5 falling damage this time.
No. It does negate the 3 points of damage. But yeah, now you're stuck on the beach. And if you want to climb back up.
No, I want to enjoy the beach. That's why I came here.
It's a very small cove. There's not much down there. There's a few sand dollars, a few starfish, right where the water is lapping up. But there's not much room to walk around. It's just kind of like about 3 meters long at most.
I don't speak European.
What is
I
it?
am just going to stand on the beach pensively, looking off into the great sea.
Nothing happens. The water is very clear. Out a ways, you can see some fish, but
Wait, are we on the beach too with him?
No, we're up
I don't think
above.
so. Y'all guys would probably be here.
Hey, Doc,
Oh,
do you
right.
mean to have your camera off?
There we go. Thanks. I call out to Isaiah. Having fun down there, bud?
Trying.
You know, you could make a sandcastle.
You know what? Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I cast.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, I want to build sandcastles with mold earth, but I want it to be like a big sandcastle, like a fortress on this cove of sand. I'm gonna go Holland on this water right now.
It's only 3 meters long.
How long does that take to cast?
An action.
Oh. Yep's gonna lamely move his Mage Hand Ledgerman down to start pushing the sand into a sandcastle of his own. No, you're muted.
So you're also down there.
No, I'm up on the shore. My Mage Hand is...
Oh, okay.
It's got a
So-
range of... Nope, that's the wrong
Okay.
spell.
So Isaiah, you try to make a big castle, but there is limited sand.
I
So
dig.
you make up like a house, and then it gets filled with water.
Are there any loose boulders up on the top?
Hold up.
There's the potential to make one loose.
Hold up.
I push one.
Can
It
we
doesn't
say...
budge.
Can we-
Make a what?
What are you saying, Steven?
Can we say for the fun of it that Yip somehow makes like a topographically correct scale model of his home mountain range
Sure.
that will promptly get crushed by Doc's boulder?
So yeah, sure. The boulder doesn't budge that easily.
Because you're weak.
I shove.
It shifts a little bit.
I shove harder.
And there's a little model of my family. And home. Hey, Boggoth, what you doing?
I step back and pull a running start to shove the boulder down.
How big is the boulder?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll say it's about the size of Yip Yap, and it does go down.
Woo!
Oh no, my home!
It makes a big gap in the house that Isaiah made on.
It crushed my home. Oh, and Isaiah stuff.
Oh no.
But my home!
Oh, bro!
That's the only thing you hear. You hear Balgras slowly slinking away from his griefing as a devilish laugh just reverberates down the mountain.
I would like to use the sand to create a ramp back up here.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up and I'd like to walk over to Balgroth.
He starts running.
Okay.
I just want to talk to him.
He starts running
Okay.
back
I'm
to
going
the
to
car.
have my crow. Oh, why can't I load my crow right now? I'm going to have my crow fly right up to Balgroth and peck him between the eyes. And as he does that, I'm going to cast light through my crow. So you now have bright light directly on your nose.
Balgroth with your nose so bright.
Or like between your eyes.
Won't you guide our stage tonight?
Oh boy.
Wait, so that just happens?
Can you cast light on a creature pedantically?
Yes.
Any object.
Oh wait, target one object that is no longer
Yeah,
than
that's
10
cool.
feet in any dimension.
He's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, unless like he's really a grower, he is not.
We'll say it's just his nose because it's funny.
Right, then the deck save is a 16.
Yes.
Okay, so don't fail me now.
Oh wow, it was failed.
Oh no! I kind of want to use my inspiration on this. Well,
Do it,
even then,
Balgroth. There couldn't be ulterior motives here.
you make me nervous. You make me nervous. I'm going to use one of my inspirations to reroll this. I keep yelling back. It was just a prank.
Bro, it was a prank.
Just a prank, bro.
No. Okay, that's an A. But I'm not using the other one on it. I look immediately between my eyes and notice a sharp glow.
Oh, this is a bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. You are basically blind right now.
What if I do that?
It lasts for an hour. What are you doing?
Lasts for an hour.
I'm sorry. I'm doing technical stuff. I'm checking. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour.
Yep.
Okay, hold.
That man still thinks I
That's how
belong there.
long my sandcastle would have lasted if someone hadn't crushed you with a boulder.
Let me see. No, I did something a little bit earlier. I know I did. No, that's protection from poison. No, that's.
You have like a
cure.
dispel magic.
No, that's regaining a number of health points. God, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I should have had this. I had the option to have heal. I literally did. Like 30 minutes before this game started.
Well, heal
I
wouldn't help you
didn't
here,
take
so
it.
don't beat yourself up too bad.
Still, though, I hate you. I hate you, Isaiah. I hate you with a passion.
Are you saying are you blinded by the light?
No, I can't see.
Yep, just waddles up. Balgroth, your nose is glowing.
Yeah, I would be able to see that, but I can't see.
Oh. Is it dark? Is it nighttime now?
No.
Oh.
It's like mid-afternoon.
For some reason, I thought it became dark.
My eyes! Isaiah, I'll get you for this!
I'm over here, Balgroth. Come get me.
No.
Come on, what's wrong?
I'll get you when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Yip Yap just brings over the ever constant ethereal frothing beer hand and just does the got your nose thing to try to pull off the light. Is that better? Nope. Nope.
Maybe try
Nope.
putting something over it, like a cup or something.
It pulls out of my accoutrement
That's a
the
good
draconic mask and offers it.
Yeah, completely covering the object with
Yeah.
something opaque blocks the light.
Balgroth reaches blankly and grabs the mask, placing it on himself.
The dragon mask?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Cool. You're a golden dragonborn now, I guess. The light dies, but you become a golden dragon.
What did it cost you? Everything.
Everything.
And now you might not be able to get that mask off. But we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Wait, what?
You not remember that?
It was difficult. You didn't imply impossibility.
I did not remember that. Oh no! Why did this episode instantly become a series of unfortunate events?
Because
I don't know.
someone had
You
to push
guys weren't even supposed to
boulders.
stop in this town.
I'm sorry. The subtitle to this
Why did you
is
give us the
Journey Through a
option?
Series of Unfortunate Events.
I'll change it to that. Test it.
Great. It's gonna be.
That's what the next episode's gonna be. I'll just start naming them after the books.
Oh no! It went from Balgroth's adventures to Athanasius' adventures again. Oh no!
Athanasius, what are you doing here?
Right, and then now that he has the mask on, and I guess he's turned into a dragonborn, his face immediately turns to Isaiah, and his eyes start glowing.
Hello.
When he runs directly up to him, getting his face, Isaiah's face and Balgroth's snout right in front of each other. When you least expect it.
Hmm. Could you please make a Constitution saving throw, Balgroth?
I just made an intimidation check.
They could be simultaneous.
You can be intimidated and still do stuff.
Yeah, I know. What was that? What was
Looks
that?
like a con throw.
Oh my God.
Just start flying.
Hmm. $17.
Oh,
Try again. Wait.
Why do you keep attacking me?
Try again.
Why do you keep attacking me? Why do you keep doing this to me?
Oh, okay. And with that, I'm going to give you a little
Wait,
tap.
hold up. Because of, oh my goodness, what is the new ability that I have? It actually adds a +1 to my save, so that's a 16. Meets it beats my aura of protection.
Oh, you can't just retroactively get an aura of protection.
I'm level 6, bro.
yeah, he does have it now.
I know, but this is cheating.
Hey, I spent at least 2 episodes nerfed.
All right, well, I can help you put it on your character later if you want. All right. Well, in that case, I'll allow it.
And
What
then
are
he
y'all
just
going to do now?
Go
They
back.
just backed away.
You know what I'm going to do?
Expect it.
Stop!
Stop it!
Do
Do
you
it
have
right on, like,
phosphor and moss?
I'm going to do it on the snoot.
Of the dragon.
Can you not? Can you not? We're just gonna go back. I gotta go back to the cart.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the cart now. I can't move my.
Yip Yip finds his way home. What's Fossil been? As far
So
as Fossil knows, or as far as Yip Yip knows, Fossil has just been playing around with the stuffed kobolds, trying to keep the drow entertained and make sure that she doesn't make away with our cart.
Did we break Jerry?
I have
He
to ask
didn't
the
come back
technical-
yet.
I have to ask the
Falgroth just
technical
crawls his way back to the cart.
question. Did
I
you
think we have-
actually cast light on the dragonborn
Did you?
snout?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I will clap my hands and turn it off. Oh wait, I can't. That's not in the. No, I'm just kidding. I turned it off.
Okay.
Balgroth just climbs himself back into the cart and since he's a dragonborn, he crawls into a corner, his tail covering his head.
Oh, Balgroth, you look delighted.
Estella just kind of like.
Fossil seeing a kindred dragonborn will just kind of come up and climb into your lap.
Balgroth doesn't move.
Fossil purrs.
So you're in the back of the wagon?
Yeah, I'm in the back of the wagon now.
Okay.
Just
Estella's gonna move to the driver's bench because she doesn't know who you are now, and she doesn't want to deal with whatever's happening.
Oh no, that's Balgroth. It happens.
You all are very
it doesn't
strange.
usually happen to me.
Actually, you're the only one who's ever worn that, as far as I know. It didn't work when I put it on.
Well, that's because you're already a dragon. Ish.
I'm a kobold.
Okay. Are y'all good to keep going?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought this was the town where the ogre was, or that's why I stopped. I thought the Cyclops was here.
No.
No. Just
You'll never
because
let
we're in
me
a
finish
rural
this
area
talking.
doesn't mean people are born with birth deformity.
I wasn't done describing what was happening, and then Balgroth was like, "I'm gonna go get stuff," and you just jumped out of the wagon,
Yeah, I did.
which I'm not mad about. This was funny.
This is what karma gets me.
This town was meant to be explored at some point, not now, but whatever. So
The
whatever.
wilderness must be explored.
You guys are so lucky. I decided to actually prepare this town just in case.
Can we get out? No, there's nothing here. Get back in the freaking cart.
Yeah. Honestly, with that, we'll just end the session there. It's been an hour and a half. Everything that was supposed to happen after this was supposed to take up the entirety of the session, and now it would just be too long. So
You
we're
gave
gonna
us a town, no.
I feel like this is like that Key and Peele skit where they're playing D&D.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, thank you guys for playing. We don't have a session next week because it's Halloween. But I will see you all in November, and thank you guys for playing, and thank everyone for watching. Goodbye.
Boy.